what's up, Hot Pursuit Nation? Hey, Facebook Live. Great to be with you this Friday. I know I switched the day up on you. Instead of my normal Thursday, we're doing Friday this week. So hopefully you're still able to make it today as you're jumping on. Please be sure to let me know you're out there. Give me a shout out, say hello. Excuse me. A little bit of frog in my throat. So I'm just waiting for a couple of you guys to all jump on here. Excited for today. This is a topic that has been brewing inside of me, and I'm just fired up about it, and I'm really excited to share more with you about it. Hold on one second. My phone's going off here like crazy. One second. Or some of you are joining, so awesome. So it's working. I'm live. I'm still kind of futzing with this new system, so bear with me. Thank you so much. Oh, there's me. Not trying to see myself. Okay. All right. Well, good morning. Again, maybe for some of you, it's not morning. Wherever you are in the world, thank you for being here. Excited, like I said, for today. If you're just popping on, please leave comments. Let me know where you're connecting from. I always love to hear from you. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing comments, because I see them on my phone, but I don't see them in my little system here. But that is okay. Let me see. I'll turn this volume down so I at least can see your comments. Here we go. Oh, yeah, there's lots of you out there. Hey, David. Hey, Ann. Hey, Rachel. Okay, I'm going to say your name wrong again because I think I said it wrong last time. Dr. Tedra. I apologize if I'm missing it, but I'm glad you're here. So great to have you. Okay. All right. So let's jump in. Today, I'm going to talk to you about, like I said, a topic that I'm really fired up about, really passionate about, because I know that my purpose, it's in my DNA. Like, I cannot not do it. My purpose really, truly is to help people believe in themselves, period. And how that shows up in my business is really helping coaches believe in themselves enough to pursue and follow their purpose, their dream. And so if your part of your purpose and part of your dream is to build a profitable, thriving, successful, full-time coaching business, then one, you're in the right place. But two, then me breathing belief into you, me helping you get out of your own way, me giving you some truth bombs. I'm going to give you some truth bombs today. Hopefully you're ready to hear them. But if you're really here, if it's really part of your purpose to live out your dream of helping others through coaching, speaking, training, really through personal, professional development, helping people see their greater potential, helping people see their greater purpose, helping them believe in themselves. If that's part of your purpose, then it's part of my purpose to speak to you and to speak into you. So I'm going to share with you today what I have discovered. I hear over and over and over and over and over again when it comes to coaches, trainers, speakers that are just getting in their own way. They're hesitating, they're holding back, they're dragging their feet, and they're not getting the results that they truly desire, that they truly deserve in their life and in their business. And there's a pattern, right? And hey, and let me just share that, like, everything that I'm going to share with you today, I am 100% guilty of as well. I am 100% a student of my own message. I'm not perfect by any means, but I definitely believe in talking my walk, walking my talk. And if I'm going to ask my clients to do something, if I'm going to ask them to get out of their own way and break through some barriers, you better believe it that I'm doing the work myself. I don't believe in telling you to go step outside your comfort zone and face a fear and make a sacrifice if I'm not willing to do the same. And I know many of you know my story. Many of you know just where, how I got to where I am today. And you know that. And maybe I'll share a little bit to those of you who don't know, but I I was in the corporate world. I had a great job. Was in a company that I could have retired from. I could still be there today. And it was the type of company that like, once you're in, like you could retire there. Great benefits. They were rated, when I was there, they were rated 27 years in a row, consecutively. 27 years in a row, they were rated number one for employee satisfaction in their industry. I mean, it was the type of place that, again, once you're in, you stay because they treat you so well. Great benefits, just great perks, great just team. I loved my coworkers. I loved my team, but I didn't love my job. I didn't love what I was doing. It wasn't my passion. I was in IT. I was a web administrator sitting behind a desk all day, analyzing web logs and putting firewall rules in place. And for those of you who know me and you see me today, like, that is so not my genius. That is so not my purpose. Some people it is. There's nothing to knock it, nothing against it, but it just was not my purpose. It wasn't where I belonged. But hey, it was a great paycheck. It was a great job. Is what I got my degree in. And so I didn't build this business out of like having to, because I had no other choice. I didn't build my coaching business and pursue chasing my dreams because I had no other options. And I was, I had all this money laying around and was just bored. I had to give up something really, really good, really amazing, to pursue my dreams in order to get to something outstanding. But nonetheless, it was getting out of my own way, getting out of my head, really seeing where my true purpose, where my true calling was, to be able to get to that point, to leave the golden handcuffs, because they were some pretty shiny golden handcuffs. But I left because I didn't belong there. That wasn't where I am meant to leave my mark. My legacy is not there. So anyways, I share with that just a real quick snippet of my story, just because I want you to know that everything that I'm going to share with you today, I've been there. I'm still there. I mean, it's not like I'm immune to I'm not immune to like getting in my own way. I'm not immune to dragging my feet. I'm human too. But I definitely practice what I preach. And again, wouldn't be where I am today, where I do have a full-time thriving coaching practice, have the balance of being a wife, a mom, two beautiful little baby girls. And live in my dream, really. So again, I don't share that to brag or say, it's not that you can't do the same. Of course you can. Of course you can. And maybe some of you are living your dream, and awesome. Let's now live beyond our dreams. Let's now create something even beyond what our mind can even imagine. Let's live into an even fuller, more expansive expression of our purpose. Game on, right? That sounds fun. Okay. Give me some thumbs up. Let me know. Are you with me? Are you feeling me? Are you ready for some truth bombs? I see a couple of you joining here. Again, I'm going to be checking my phone because I don't see the comments popping up here in this. Maybe I'd have to click on something. I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to just refer to my phone here. So I see also Gail and Tracy are with us. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, yeah. Anyone else there? Okay, yeah, we got 10 people. Okay, all right. So what are the 3 massive mistakes that coaches make that prevent them from building their dream business? Here's the deal. If you are ready to either build your business from scratch, if you are already in the process of building it and are wanting to take it to the next level, if you are thinking about just even in the infancy stages, thinking about building your business, it's really important for you to be willing to hear the truth, your truth. And it's not just about your willingness to hear it. It's your willingness to take action on it. It's not that the truth will set you free. It's the willingness to act upon your truth that will set you free. If you know the truth, you intellectually know, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I should do that. Yeah, she's right. But don't do anything with it. You are still in a prison. You are still in your own self-created prison. You're still in the dark. And here's what I know about the dark and the light is that when you go from dark to light, sometimes it hurts. Have you ever gone to a movie, like a matinee, and it's like super dark in the movie theater? And then when you walk outside on a sunny day and like the sun is blinding and it like almost hurts your eyes, like it takes you a while for your eyes to like adjust to the sunlight because you just came from this pitch black, dark room to outside in the sunlight, that it actually, it hurts. I mean, if you open your eyes wide open, it hurts. And so you kind of have to squint your eyes and kind of just slowly let your eyes adjust to it. And what I guess the analogy or the metaphor here is just that sometimes the light, the truth, I feel like the truth is the light, right? Sometimes the light hurts or it takes a little bit to adjust to it. And when I say adjust to it, I mean align with it. But if you stay, so if you're out, we use the analogy here of going from the movie theater to outside. Like if you are in the dark and then you go out into the light, into the sunlight, like, and you're like, it's blinding. You can run right back into the dark room and be like, oh, that's better. Now I can open my eyes. Or you can stay in the light, the sunlight, and you can let your eyes adjust. And then within a couple of minutes, you're totally fine and your eyes have adjusted. The same is here as well, is that you can hear the truth, the light, and it can be like, whoa, and maybe even painful. And you have a choice to either allow yourself to align with it. May take a few minutes, may take a few days, may take a few weeks, hopefully shorter. But you can allow yourself to stay in the entertainment of entertaining the new idea, entertaining the new thought, entertaining that truth, and allow yourself to adjust and align with it. Or you can go racing back to the dark. And you can go racing back to the excuses, to your old stories, to your limiting beliefs. But you have a choice. And so what I'm going to share with you today, and really my intention today, is I want to share with you some truth. And some of you are going to be ready to hear it. And it'll be like that sunlight, just that you're ready to adjust and align with. And then some of you aren't going to be ready to hear it, and you may reject it and go running right back to the dark. So observe, watch yourself, see, observe, notice how you respond to today's lesson, and see. I'm interested too. Keep me posted. Keep commenting what is coming up for you as we go through today's lesson. One other thing about the sun and the light is without it, without the sun, we're dead. If the sun were to go away today, we're dead. The same is true with your light, your truth. Without it, you're dead. You might not be physically dead. You haven't made it official yet, as John Maxwell would say. You haven't made it official, but you're the walking dead. When you won't align yourself and embrace your truth and the truth, you're the walking dead. Just like without our sun, we are dead. So I just love that analogy. Came up with it this morning. But truly, your truth is your light. It's your lifeline. And without it, you're dead. So I'm going to share some truth with you today. Hopefully you embrace it. Hopefully you align yourself with it. All right, just checking in on some comments here if there's anything coming up for you. Yeah, Gail's ready for the truth. See, this sucks because now I can't highlight your comments in my little doodad thing here. Let's see. Bear with me. I don't see any place to. I was going to highlight your comment, Gail, that said you're ready for the truth. Click on comments in the bottom. Okay, thanks, David. Let me see. Oh, see, I'm in a different system. I'm like in this Be Live system. So usually it just, anyways, we want, I was just wanting to highlight you guys. All right. So yeah, Julia's ready. She says, let's do this. All right. So let's do it. So the first mistake that you really want to avoid when you're building your dream business is the mistake is you believe your legit excuses. You believe them. You believe that you don't have the time, the energy, the money. You believe that you're too tired. You believe that it's going to take a really, really long time. You believe that, no one's going to hire you, or that you have to have the perfect website and the perfect this and the perfect that and the perfect business card before somebody will take you seriously. You believe that. And the thing with excuses, legit excuses, right? I say legit because an excuse is very real to us. If I say, I don't have any time to do that, like in my mind, in my world, that's the truth. That's legit. Like, hello, I have 2 little kids. I'm running a business. I'm a wife. I want some sort of life, right? I've got a lot on my plate. And so to me, it's very legit for me to say, I don't have enough time to do that, or I don't have the time. Or even the energy. I mean, again, if you've got you've had, or you got 2 little kids, they're exhausting, and a business and a husband and a life, right? But we believe it. We believe the excuses that say, I don't have the time for that. I don't have the money for that. No, you don't get it. I don't have the money for that. No, you don't get it. Like, I had to get new tires on my car today or this week. Like, so I don't have the money. What else do we say? Give me some other excuses. What are some of the other excuses that are totally legit? Like, they're real, real excuses. Let me have them. I want to hear them, because you're believing them. And that's the problem. That's the mistake, is that you're believing them. Again, it's not that that's not real or legit. It's just that that excuse isn't going to serve you in building your dream business. Here's the thing. Building your dream business is not convenient. It's not convenient. I remember building it early on, and even today, still to this day, 10 years later, waking up early, like in the beginning when I still had my full-time job and I was waking up at 5 a.m., 3 hours before I had to be at my day job, that wasn't convenient. Staying up late to work, that wasn't convenient. Not hanging out with my friends as much, or paying big dollars to invest in myself, that wasn't convenient. And so our excuses, I don't have time, energy, and money. Yeah, okay, I get it. But if you buy into that excuse, you're never going to do it, because guess what? You're never going to have enough time. You're never going to feel like totally energized, ready to run a marathon. You're never going to be like just money, your money tree outside in your backyard going to like just blossom and flourish, right? Like, it's not convenient. Stop waiting for it to be convenient and for there to be no excuses. It's just like, when they say, there's never a good time to have a baby because babies aren't convenient. They're a ton of time, energy, and they're exhausting, but they're the greatest gift on the planet. You living out your purpose is the greatest gift you can give yourself and the planet, but it's not going to be convenient. Stop waiting for it to be convenient. Also, you're going to have to make a trade. Like, yes, okay, fine. You're strapped for time, energy, and money. But if you really want to build your business, you have to be willing to make a trade or a sacrifice for your dream. That means you have to say no to something in order to say yes to your dream. It requires a trade. And whether you're trading hobbies and TV and maybe just downtime, or with your friends or family, there needs to be a trade of saying, okay, I'm going to put that hobby down for a minute. I'm not going to do that for a little bit. And I'm going to use those hours to build my business. One of my favorite stories, and I share it all the time, you've probably heard it from me, is a true story. A friend of mine, a golf course story. My friend of mine, she got the opportunity to interview a multi-millionaire in his home. And so she got to go to his home, and he lived on a golf course, beautiful golf course. He lived on like hole 9, and they sat out on his balcony overlooking hole 9 and the beautiful just landscape and golf course. They sat out on his balcony, drinking lemonade and just talking about success, talking about business, talking about sacrifice. And he was basically sharing his story with her. And he said to her that he was an avid golfer. Before he started building his business, he was an avid golfer. But as he began to build it, he realized that he needed to invest more time into building his business, right? The only thing that can grow is the thing that we give energy to. So he needed to give more energy, more time to building his business so that it could grow. But he was an avid golfer. He lived and breathed golf. Well, he decided that he was going to put the golf clubs down, and he was going to take that time that he normally golfs, and he was going to put that into building his business. 3 years went by, and he did not pick up a golf club for 3 years. He used that time to invest in building his business. And he told my friend that it was the greatest sacrifice that he ever made, was to put the golf clubs down and invest that time in his business, because he said, I chose to invest that time in my business, and then God gave me a golf course. Oh, still gives me chills every time I tell that story, because he had to say no to something he loved. He had to say no to a hobby that he lived and breathed. But yet when he made that sacrifice to truly invest and build in something that was even more purposeful for him, that then God gave him a golf course. And now he lives on a golf course and he plays as much as he wants. And so when you're thinking about your dream and your business, there's going to be a trade, a sacrifice that's necessary. And I look at the law of sacrifice honestly, and that's why I say a trade. I like to use the word trade even more than sacrifice, because the word sacrifice has a negative connotation. It implies that you're having to give up something that you love so much, and you probably do. But the piece that's missing with sacrifice is that what you're giving it up for. And so the law of sacrifice is really about, it's giving up something of a lesser value for the attainment of something of a greater value. And it's in the definition of what you define as lesser and of greater. So when I started waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning, I love my sleep. If you know me, I love my sleep, and I'm not a morning person. So for me to wake up at 5 in the morning and work on my business before going into my day job, that was a sacrifice for you early birds. You're like, 5 a.m., I do that every day. Well, not this girl right here. So 5 a.m. was like a big deal, big sacrifice. But yet it wasn't a sacrifice, because I was giving up something of a lesser value for the attainment of something of a greater value. And so I actually like to think of it as the law of gaining, because it was soon, those couple hours in the morning were my favorite hours of the morning, because they were a food oxygen to my soul. It was what I was meant to do. What I'm created and designed to do. And so those few hours in the morning were my favorite. Like I said, they were like oxygen to my soul. And so really the law of sacrifice, the trade you need to make, is really for the attainment of something of an even greater value. So watch yourself as to when you have your legit excuses, I don't have the time, the energy, the money, that you take a good look at what are you trading. You're saying yes to your current life, and you're saying no to your outstanding, more purposeful life. So does that really make sense? Does that really add up? If you're saying no to something even more greater, a greater, fuller expression of your purpose, to stay where you are, that you're probably complaining about, that doesn't make any sense. So notice how you define sacrifice and what is of lesser and of greater value. Notice how you may be wanting this whole business building thing to be convenient. Notice how, and this is the truth, is if you're not willing to notice those things, if you're not willing to observe those things and take a good look in the mirror, it's not that you can't build your business, it's that you won't. You're not willing to make the decisions. You're not willing to really take a good look in the mirror and see where change is necessary, where sacrifice is necessary, where putting yourself in an uncomfortable place is necessary. Because you won't do it. You're more attached to your excuses. You're more attached to your story. And you don't want to be uncomfortable. You don't want to be inconvenienced. You don't want to have to say no to certain things. And this is the truth bomb is, then it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And I say that with love. And I hope everything I'm saying today is received from a place of love, knowing that I want you to go, holy cow. Okay, where do I need to make some new decisions here? Where can I make a sacrifice? Where can I be inconvenienced for the attainment of something so much greater? And if not, you may not be ready for that. And that's okay too. But just recognize then you're not ready for it. And then now's not the season for your business to grow. And again, I realize there's seasons for things. When I had my 2 babies, I slowed down. That wasn't the time to push through and grow massively with my business. That wasn't the time. That wasn't the season. And so I get it. I get there's seasons to build and to grow. And so notice, what season are you in and what's an excuse? How's that landing for you? What's coming up for you? This is a chance for you to share and be open and be vulnerable. Yeah, Julia, 7 kids, a husband, and a home to take care of. Girl, woo, you win the cake. You get the star. And you're building your business. You forgot to add in there 7 kids, a husband, taking care of the home, and you're building your business. If Julia doesn't have an excuse to build this business, none of y'all do, because she's doing it. She is doing it. Everything has to be perfect before I step out. Yeah, Rachel, I get that. But that's just an excuse. I'm sorry. It's just an excuse. It's not the truth. It's not your truth. It really doesn't need to be perfect in order for you to step out. I'm going to guess that like you leave your house before all the lights are green to get to wherever you're going to go. It's not all lined up and perfect. You get out into traffic and you go with the flow of traffic. And if there's a detour, you take a detour. If there's a red light, you stop at the red light. It's not all perfect and figured out. And so we tell ourselves a story that it needs to be perfect. But really all day long, we're doing things that aren't perfect, which is actually going to lead into my second point here in just a minute. The second mistake. But I hear you. I hear you on that needing everything to be perfect. Just recognize it doesn't need. No, that's not true. Because all day long you do things that aren't perfect, that aren't all aligned, all perfectly set up for you. We all do. What else? All right. So what else do we got here? Excuse. No one knows me, from Tracy. No one knows me, so they won't want my services. Yeah. It's not true. No one knows you, so they won't want your services. Have you, do you know me? Well, here's where we can just challenge it and say, like, then go meet some people, put yourself out there. The excuse here isn't, maybe there's some truth to, like someone's not going to just pay you thousands of dollars and they don't even know who you are. They want to know, people we know, the know, like, and trust factor. But the excuse then is, then what are you doing about that? What are you going to go do so people do know you? So they do know, like, and trust you. So you do have some credibility. And so instead of staying in the story of, no one's going to hire me, nobody knows me, I don't know, I can't do this because I don't have any credibility, I don't have a big network. Okay, then, but the excuse is then you can't do anything about it. Well, yes, you can. Oh, well, I don't have the time to do that. Well, you found the time to be on this Facebook Live, this training. And so when we start to get resourceful, and I'll get to that in a little bit here too, we really do find that maybe we just have 5 minutes. Well, let's get on Facebook for 5 minutes. Let's get on LinkedIn for 5 minutes. Let's do a quick little video in my car. I absolutely love when I see my clients who are running, their lives and full-time jobs and kids and all that. And they're jumping on my calls and our Zoom calls. They're in their car. Maybe they're even in their pajamas. They're even eating dinner. Wherever they are in their life, they're making the time to get on and get coached and get mentored. And I love that because they're not using the excuse that, I'm at my day job and I don't have time for that. Or, I have to make dinner now or whatever. No, like they get on the video and they're stirring the vegetables right there on the call. Like, I love that. I love that. So when I say legit excuses, it doesn't mean that you don't have some serious stuff going on in your life. Sure, the job, the kids, the husbands, the wives, the friends, the health issues, whatever. I get that. It's real. The excuse part is that you can't do something about that, or that you can't do something in conjunction with that and say, okay, yeah. I realize you're strapped for time, and you got 3 minutes here. What can you do in those 3 minutes? Oh, look, maybe you could wake up a half an hour earlier and do something for 30 minutes, or stay up 30 minutes later to get something done. Get it? Does that make sense? Let's see. What else do we got here? I'm not good enough to be a life coach for others, from David. So that is believing some lie about who you are. The excuse here would be not doing what's necessary for you to see your gifts, your worth. And I'm going to guess, David, and I don't know you enough to know, but I'm going to guess that you have probably been unofficially life coaching for years. You've probably been that go-to friend or colleague or guy that when they have an issue or they need help, they need advice, they need somebody to talk to, you're the guy they go to. And so you have been a life coach unofficially, probably for years. And now you're just making it official with a certification. And yeah, it's scary as hell to put that out there and now be like, okay, I'm owning my own business and I'm going to go be a life coach. I get that. But this is then where there's some inner work that needs to be done. Some inner work of just seeing this is your gift. This is your calling. This is your purpose. If you need to develop your skill set of coaching more, then you develop your skill set of coaching. If you need to practice more, then you practice more. If it's a skill set issue, then you do what you need to do to develop the skill set. If it's a self-worth, self-image issue, then you do the inner work necessary to have the confidence, to have the belief. And so I get the story. I totally get the story. Now it becomes, what can we do about it? What can you do about it? What can you do about it? What will you do about it? Remember, it's the truth acted upon that will set you free. And so being willing to do the necessary inner and outer work for you to find and feel and embody that your truth. I shouldn't even say find your truth, because it's not like it's lost. It's in here, and we need to let it bubble up and shine out. We want to shine that bright light. We want to be a bright light. We have to go back to the analogy in the beginning about light, about the truth being light, and then the dark, the dark movie theater and going outside into the sunlight. You are light. When you are living out your purpose, when you are living your truth, you are light, shining light into the world, shining light onto those who are dark. I really think that's what life coaching really is. It's like we get to bring light. We get to bring truth, our truth, which then helps other people see their truth. We can be that mirror for other people. So this is about you, David, shining your bright light a little brighter, seeing your light, allowing it to shine bright. And whether it's a skill set issue, work on it. If it's a inner, self-worth issue, work on it. And there's obviously many ways to do that. Do you have a coach? You need a coach then. All right, let's see some other comments here. Yeah, I love it too, David. You had the universe had other ideas for you, and here you are. I love it. Oh, I love your big goal, Julia. You want to buy houses for each of your, I'm assuming your kids. You say each of them. Your kids. Awesome. I love that. Excuses is the skin of a reason stuffed with a lie. It's the skin. I love that, Gal. It sure is. All right. Okay, great comments. Thank you so much for your comments so far. Keep them coming. Okay, so let's move on to number 2. So the mistake number 1 is to believe your legit excuses. Stop believing them. You can go do something about it. Building your business is not going to be convenient. It requires a sacrifice. It requires a trade. And if you want to hold on to the story and the excuse, it's not that you can't do it, it's that you won't. Okay. Number two mistake is fearing the unknown. And that goes a little bit back to Rachel, who was talking about everything has to be perfect before I step out. That, I think, is aligned with the fear of the unknown. Because we think if everything is perfect and we know everything that's going to happen, then we feel safe enough, confident enough that we can step out and do this. And so we attach a certain level of certainty to, if it's all perfect and it's all laid out, then that gives me the illusion of certainty that everything's going to be okay, that everything's going to work out, that I'm going to, I'm going to make money from this, and I'm going to be successful, and I'm going to be able to buy a house for all my kids. And so I think that need for perfection, or that need for everything to be perfect and lined up, is really at the core of it is the fear of the unknown. And the fear of the unknown, I really believe, comes back to more of the fear of the loss of the life you know. It's going from something you know, your current life, to something you don't know, your future life. And so even if you don't like your current life, even if you complain about it and you want it to be different, even if you hate it, the fear of the loss of something known and certain, and you know how to live this life because you're living it. The fear of the loss of the life you know feeds the fear of the unknown. And so we attach ourselves to what is known. And again, going back to certainty, we attach our certainty to what we know versus the certainty in your ability to create, your ability as a co-creator of your life. This came up in a call earlier this week about the fear of the unknown. And the truth of the fear of the unknown is that it's all an illusion. It's an illusion. Like the fear of the unknown, really what that says to me is, what if my business doesn't work out? What if I don't make enough money from it? What if it fails? What if, what if it doesn't grow as fast as I need it to? What if I can't replace my income? What if, and the truth is that one, that what if game can be a dangerous game. But two, the what if game can be played in both directions. What if it doesn't work out? What if I don't make enough money? What if I get the wrong niche? What if I pick the wrong niche or ideal client? Okay, so there's that what if. But then there's also the what if of what if it does work out? What if this is the best, greatest decision you could ever make? What if you'll look back and say, what the heck was I waiting for? What if you shock yourself because you can't believe you waited so long and you are shocked by the amazing results that you're able to create? Like, what if that? And so the fear of the unknown, I think one is you're playing the what if game wrong. Two is that the what if, what I was saying before about the fear of the unknown is an illusion. You don't know what's going to happen 3 minutes from now. I hate to even use this analogy, but this example, but You don't know if like the world's going to like blow up in 5 minutes. We don't sit, like, I'm assuming like you're not on this call worried about like, is your house going to get bombed, or like, is the world going to come to an end in 5 minutes? Like, I'm going to guess that you aren't sitting there like stressing out about whether you will be alive 5 minutes from now. So why are you worrying about what's going to be in 5 weeks, 5 days, 5 months from now? Because you don't know. You don't know. Yeah, you're right. You don't know. And so your certainty, your confidence, your belief isn't in what you can create 5 weeks from now, 5 months from now, 5 years from now. The certainty isn't in the future. Your certainty is in you, here, right now. Your certainty is in your rock solid belief that you are fully designed and capable and resourced to build your dream. 100%. That's where your certainty is. And so when we fear the unknown and we fear the future, we're placing our certainty in the future. We're placing our certainty in something outside of ourselves. We're playing the what if game in the wrong way. But really, your certainty comes from within. It comes from in your own belief in that you are, like I said, fully capable and fully resourced to create and build your dream. Period. 100%. Period. Many people put their certainty in jobs, in people, in just outside things. They put their certainty in their home, their house, their things, their stuff. And as long as I have that stuff, then I'm okay. Then I'm safe. If I have that job, if I have that house up on the hill overlooking the lake or the city. And so we put that certainty and that security and that stability into something other than ourselves. And so when we do that, when we put certainty in something other than ourselves, that's where the fear of the unknown comes from, is because you're hoping that all this outside stuff, handles itself and all works together and all comes together, as if you don't have some control over that. Of course you do. Your certainty comes from within. Your certainty of who you are, what you've been created and designed to do, your ability comes from within. And you must own it. If you want to get over the fear of the unknown, you must own your own certainty in who you are and what you've been created and designed to do. That's how you get over the fear of the unknown. It's not in something outside of yourself. It's you. Julia, you're on this call, so I hope I can share I want to share a little bit of your story. I didn't get your permission, so can I share something about you on this call, Julia? You don't know what I'm sharing. Give me a thumbs up or a yes, Julia, if that's okay, because I want to share how amazing you are on this call. Please. I'm waiting. I need to get your permission first. I hope you're still there. There you go. Sure. I trust you. Thank you, Julia. Julia is so amazing. She's one of my clients in our inner circle, the Hot Pursuit Nation inner circle. And Julia, and part of me, forgive me, Julia, if I get the dates wrong, but about a year ago, Julia had a stroke and lost her ability to speak, to eat, to write. And she had to relearn all those things. I mean, it was life-changing, right? When you're, a mother of 7, a business owner, a wife, you've been going along in your life, doing your thing, and then you have a stroke and you have to relearn. All of that is wiped away. And you have to relearn Those simple, basic things that, we learned when we were 3. And she did it. And in less than a year, I think it was like 15 months maybe, that she's like speaking. She's a professional coach, speaker, and trainer, building her business. And honestly, if she never told me her story, I would never know. I would never know that she had a stroke. And the reason I'm sharing her story, thank you again, Julia, for letting me share a little bit of that. The reason I'm sharing her story with you is because there's also people who've also had strokes that, or not, and maybe it's not even a stroke. Maybe it's some other physical, emotional, mental, spiritual ailment, or trauma, and they never recover from it. Now, I understand that, there's probably medical reasons for certain situations or examples, but I also have a friend who was literally driven over with an SUV, forward and backwards. Somebody was actually trying to kill him. His ex's new partner, and literally like broke every bone in his body, shattered. I mean, his back, broke his back. I mean, he wasn't expected to live more than a couple of weeks. And now he walks today. I mean, and he too is a coach, a speaker, a trainer. And the reason I'm sharing these stories with you is because there's people who don't recover from those types of things. And sometimes you don't even have to go through a stroke. You don't even have to be run over by an SUV. You might just have your own internal trauma that has happened. And there's many people who don't recover from it. There's many people who put their certainty in something other than themselves. They put their certainty, their fate, in somebody else's hands. Somebody else to decide how many weeks they have left to live. F that. Pardon my French. F that. Why would you put in somebody else's hands to determine how many weeks you have left to live? Why would you put in somebody else's hands who determines whether you will walk again, whether you will speak again? But there's many people who do. And then they're imprisoned the rest of their life by whatever this trauma is. And don't get me wrong, like Julia will be the first to tell you that her story, her road to recovery was not easy. It wasn't like she just decided one day, like, no, I'm going to speak again. And it was there. No, she worked at it every single day to get to where she is today. As with my friend as well, who got ran over by the SUV every single day. But the point here is that your certainty is not in something outside of yourself. It's not in somebody else, what they're going to tell you. It's not in somebody else, what they're going to believe about you or say it's possible for you. That is not where your certainty lies. Your certainty lies within you. If you don't want to fear the unknown anymore, find your own damn certainty. That's how you do it. You don't need somebody else to tell you that you can't do something or you can do something. Do you want it? Do you want to do it? Then let's do it. And if I step outside of this for a moment, and if you watch this replay back, I am speaking with certainty to you. I know and I know and I know that I know this to be the truth, my truth. And you must embody that same certainty, that absolute certainty that nobody is going to tell you differently. Own this energy. See this energy that I have right now. And that's the energy you must have in order to no longer be imprisoned by this fear of the unknown, to need everything to be perfect before you step out, to need everybody to like you, to have all the answers figured out in advance, and to pick the right niche or the right ideal client. No, you'll figure it out as you go. If you don't have the answers to that and you fear you don't know if you're going to get it right or not, you will figure it out by taking action. You will not figure out who your ideal client is by just sitting at home thinking about it, journaling about it. You'll figure it out when you're out there doing it and you're working with those people and you say, oh, I want to work with more of them. Or, I don't really like those people. I think I want to work with these kind of people. But you won't know that until you're doing it. Makes sense? Give me some thumbs up. Give me some hearts. Yeah, Anne, see, she's saying it to Julia, you are amazing. Absolutely. Yeah, Julia, 17 months. That's less than a year and a half. A year and a half. And she relearned everything. To speak, to write, to walk, to talk, to eat. I mean, amazing. Amazing. Awesome. All right, so let's get to number 3. Woo, we're almost at an hour. Let me keep going here. I get so excited. Okay. Number 3. The third mistake. Oh, this one's a big one. And it kind of, these all, as you can see, these all kind of marry well with each other. The third mistake here is to believe your BS, your bogus story. To believe the BS, your BS, that you aren't resourceful enough to figure it out. To believe a bogus story that says you aren't resourceful enough to figure it out. You're not smart enough to figure it out. You've never done this before. Who do you think you are? If you had to figure it out, you would. If one of your kids' life was on the line, if your spouse, your sister, your sibling, your brother, somebody you care deeply, even some of you, your pets that are like family, if you had to, you would figure it out. If you had to find the money to save your kid's life, you would find the money. If you had to find the time to go visit your kid in the hospital, you would find the time. You are resourceful enough to figure it out. You are resourceful enough to find the time, the money, and the energy if you want it. And so sometimes we wait until, we have to. Well, let's just say have to, because I feel like you have to. But we wait until it's like this dire rock bottom situation to do something about it. And I'm saying suspend the need for it to be like a crisis. Suspend the need for it to be, like this dire situation, but rather acknowledge and have the awareness to see your own resourcefulness, that you can figure this out, that you are smart enough. And even if you yourself don't think you yourself are smart enough, you're smart enough to go do some research. Go Google it and figure it out. Go find a mentor who can help you, show you the way. Go get a coach who can show you the way. Like, if you yourself don't feel you can figure it out, what you can figure out is to go find the right people or resources or materials that will help you get what you need or what you want or wherever you're going. So the minute you deny the truth of your resourcefulness, you won't do it because it's scary. It's inconvenient. It's, you've never done it before. So it's very easy to think that it's too hard. And why can't I figure this out? Why is it so hard? Why, isn't this happening faster? And we just start to think that we're not worthy of it, that we can't do it. We're not capable of it. Nope, not your truth. Because if you had to, you would do it. And you know that, right? Yep, Gail's saying, yep, yep to that. Of course. And again, let's suspend the need for there to be a crisis or this rock bottom situation where we are forced to do something about it. Why not see that in yourself now? Why not see your resourcefulness right now? And for those of you who are parents, give me some. I got some thumbs up. Yeah, give me some thumbs up for that. Those of you who are parents, or maybe even an aunt or an uncle, or you have a pet, again, like if you've ever had a sick child or a sick pet, like you get pretty darn resourceful. Like you figure it out. And you call who you need to call. You call your grandma, you call your mom, you call the pediatrician, you call the doctor, you do some research, you take pictures of their rash and you look to figure out what their rash is. Like You do whatever you need to do to figure it out. And you don't wait until Monday to start. You don't wait until it's convenient to do your research to figure out why your kid has this full body rash or why they have a fever and, things are happening or whatever, or vomiting or whatever. Like, you don't wait to Monday and be like, oh, I'll work on that on Monday. No. You figure it out right here, right now to find a solution, to get some research, to get a better understanding of what's going on. And so why don't we do that in our businesses? Why not have that same attitude, that same mindset, that same belief that says, wait a minute, if I can figure it out when it comes to one of my kids and my pet or my niece or my spouse, why not have that same belief about yourself when it comes to your business and figuring it out? And again, maybe it's getting into a program, it's doing your research, it's hiring a coach or a mentor, it's making the investments in yourself that are going to surround you with the right people and the right environment that's going to help you get the answers. Right? Sounds simple, right? Awesome. Yeah. Rosalind's saying, yeah, this is great. And here's the thing. It's the truth. It is the truth. It's your truth. It's the light. And if you don't believe this, you've just gone right back into the dark. You've gone back into the movie theater, into the dark room, and you don't want to come out into the light and see the truth. The truth will set you free. Your truth will set you free. Your truth acted upon will set you free. So those are the three mistakes and lies. If you believe in your legit excuses, you're fearing the unknown, and you're believing the BS that you're not resourceful enough to figure it out. Yes, you are. And so when I look at this journey, the journey of dream building, the journey of pursuing one's passion to live into and from their purpose, and to design a business and a life that is completely purpose-driven and purposeful, it requires a relentless pursuit of their dreams, a relentless pursuit of their truth. Your dream is in your truth. You're not going to be living your dream if you're not living your truth. To deny your truth is to deny your dream and your purpose. So you must be in a relentless pursuit of your truth so that you can live out your dream and your purpose. And so what that means is just a relentless pursuit of finding the right strategies, the right mindset, the right people, the right tools. I'm always looking for, how can I equip myself even better? How can I make this journey even easier for myself? And let me just say this, that there's going to be times that, well, not times, there are many times that you're going to be tested, that you're going to do a bunch of research and you're going to try and figure it out. And you're going to be like, yeah, I'm resourceful. Yay. Woohoo. And you're going to do something, and then you're going to fall flat on your face. And the client's going to say no, or the client's going to say yes. And then when it comes time to pay, they're going to say no. And they're going to be like, what the heck? This doesn't work. Maybe this isn't my truth after all. Maybe this isn't my dream. Maybe this isn't my purpose. And you're going to get discouraged. And all that is just a reminder to be in a relentless pursuit. Relentless. That means you don't let up. A relentless pursuit of your dream, your purpose, your truth, no matter what. No matter what. Because the alternative is to live in the dark. And I don't know about you, but I don't think anybody wants to be living in the dark. It's our job. I think then that's why I have such a passion for coaches and trainers, because of your body of work, our body of work. I love all people. I love, I used to work with, all sorts of like sales professionals and realtors and MLMers, and not to say that their work isn't good and important, but I just have such a passion for coaches and trainers because of specifically our body of work is to shine the light on truth, our truth, and therefore on others' truth. Our job is to bring light to others, to their darkness. That's our job. And it starts with us. We can't help somebody else see their light if we don't see our own light. We can't help somebody else step out into the dark, into the light, if we're not willing to do the same, especially when that light seems blinding and it's painful and it's like, the light. And it takes a bit to align to it. I should say it takes a bit. It takes seconds. But it's the choice to align with it or to not align with it. We must be that example for our clients. It begins with us. So I'm going over the hour mark, so I'm going to leave you with this. This is something that I want to put out there for you. And this isn't, let me just put it out there for you. If it has crossed your mind to work with me, but the excuse, I don't know, I don't have time, the energy, the money, the fear of the unknown, I don't know, is it going to work? Can she help me? Can she not help me? The resourcefulness, I don't know if I can figure this out. If it's crossed your mind to work with me, if there has been any interest in what I've shared about other programs or services that I offer, and you really think that I could help you, I'm going to ask that you get resourceful and you make it happen. You make it happen. Not me. You make it happen. Because if you really believe that I can help you, but you've nudged that thought a little, you've stuffed it down a little bit for your excuses, for the fear, not feeling resourceful or believing in resourcefulness, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you to figure it out, to make it happen. You are smarter than your mind lets you think. You are more resourceful. You are more resilient. You are more amazing than your mind lets you believe. So I'll leave you with that. You are brilliant. You are amazing. You are resilient. And I'll put some links or something in this post if there's some things you want to check out that I do, whether it's my Blueprint for Success workshop, my Hot Pursuit Journey certification, my Inner Circle, one-on-one coaching, whatever it is. If you think I can help you, let's make it happen. You make it happen. I'm here. I'm ready. You make it happen. You can figure it out. All right. I'll leave you with that. Let me see. Let me check some comments before I leave you for the day. Any additional things you want to share? Thanks, David. Wow, such powerful words today, Melissa. Thank you, David. Tracy, love it. Suspend the need for the crisis before you do something. Totally. And Gail, to deny truth is to deny your dream. Absolutely. And Rosalind, amen. That's right. Woohoo. All right. I love you all. Big hearts to you. I wish I could send hearts back to your screen. And what do they call it now? They call it a firework. Like when all the thumbs up and all the hearts are going off, that looks like a firework happening on your screen. So I'm sending you a fireworks of hearts on your screen. I love you. Have an amazing rest of your day and weekend. And if you need anything, you know where to find me. I love you. Mwah.